What an update. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Maggie. Today we're doing a project pan update for my makeup project pan. This is a rolling style and I've got a lot to roll out today, which I'm very excited about. I even posted on my Instagram polls so you guys could vote on what I pan this time. So that was fun. Maybe I'll do that again in the future. It just worked out where I had like a number of things to replace. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm so excited. I have one mistake I made, and that is with my Milani setting spray. I accidentally already got rid of it. I filmed an empties, I talked about it, I recycled it instead of pulling it out for this update. So I don't have that to show you. I can insert a clip of what it looked like last month. There was not much left in here. So last month I had 22 uses. I used it 11 more times to 33 and it was done. Now I am taking weights on everything for this project pan when I bring the product in and then also when it ends. When I brought this product in, the setting spray, it was 37 grams. I did weigh it before my empties and it was 25 grams. So I used up 12 grams of product. Now it was mostly liquid and liquids always have a better like show on the scale. So, but I'm really happy with that. One of my goals for this year is to use up 200 grams of makeup, not including the packaging. So 12 is a good number to boost that. Okay. Moving right along to things I can actually show you though. Let's start with some lip products, shall we? So this is my lip gloss. This is from Tower 28. It's in the shade Pistachio. My markings have pretty much rubbed off. So I'm just going to have to do like a side-by-side comparison for you. This is getting really close to the end. You can see that there's a lot of windowing. I'm basically just like scraping it to get product. So what I'm going to do is probably store it on its side so it's easier for me to scrape up. I'm not going to remove the stopper or anything though. Like when I can't get more out of here, it'll be done. But I do think that this should be done by the next update, which is really, really exciting. So last time I had 55 uses. Now I have 80 uses. I've been really good about reapplying it throughout my workday. So I'm getting 2 or 3 uses on those work days here at my desk. And then on the weekends, I wear other stuff. So that's working well for me. So this is staying in, but it's looking really good. I did though finish my lipstick. So this is a YSL lipstick and it is the Rouge Volupte Shine formula. I don't know what the number or color is. It's so teeny tiny, but it was this pink color and this is it all the way rolled up. So it is done. Yay. So as far as usage goes, this one I had 71 uses at the last update. Now I finished it at 95 uses for this year. That's insane. And it went down 2 grams. It was at 38 grams and now it's at 36 grams, but we'll take it. Every little bit adds up. So this is officially done. I've talked about it a number of times, but I'm not the biggest fan of this formula. I actually don't think it's worth the money. So I will be happy to roll this out. I do have one more other YSL lipstick. We'll talk about it because it was one of those things that were up for voting, but yeah, don't recommend. All right, we covered lips. Let's talk about some face products. So I had a powder foundation in that I was working on finishing up from Fenty. I have finished it. It was at 31 uses. I got to 42 and it's done. I did repress it. And so what you're seeing here is actually just like stain on the like hard pan stain. It's not like actual product. It is all done. So that's really exciting. I know that this has been discontinued, so it's kind of like run its course, and I'm fine with that. I've actually graduated into like stick foundations or like skin tints. I've really been loving those. We'll talk about it more too because I'm going to pan one. But yeah, it's a little bit of an end of an era with this one. So as far as the weight goes, this was... where are we? This was 69 grams when I brought it in. It already had pan on it. And now it's 63. So I did use up 6 grams of product, which is great. Again, working towards my 200 goal. And then I also have this powder. This is like a Japanese face powder that I got when we were abroad last year. It's a loose powder with cats on it from Disney. I just think it's literally why I bought it because I love cats. I'm not actually like the biggest Disney person. Like I'm not a Disney adult, but I love all the Disney cats. So this is just like a loose powder with a like mesh thing here. I've been trying to tap it down, but it's not really tapping down nicely. So I think I'm actually just below my mark from last time. I might have overmarked last time, but it looks pretty much the same to me. So let's just call it the same line. Last time I had 7 uses and now I have 28 uses. So I've been using it pretty much every time I wear makeup now, especially that it's summer. I am getting kind of shinier and oilier by the end of my day. So I am wanting to wear a powder just to kind of like hold, you know, like especially around my T-zone and my nose, hold things in place. So this is going well. No issues there. I also have my e.l.f. Concealer. This is the color Putty Color Corrector. I swear, you guys, it's like how much thinner can this even get around the edges? But it keeps getting thinner. So I use this just very lightly. You don't need a lot of product for this to have an impact on your face. So I just use a tiny bit under my eyes. And then I also use it to cover up any like spots, like a pimple spot or a dark spot or anything like that on my face. Really, really love this. But honestly, like if I finish this at the end of the year, I'd be impressed with myself. Like this thing's going to last forever, which is great because it's really inexpensive. And I love the cute little tiny jar. It's so like, I just want to squeeze it. So as far as usage goes, last time I had 81 uses, now I have 112. So very consistent progress, basically using it anytime I wear makeup. Also, I have some cheek products, so we can talk about the bronzer and then go into the palette. So the bronzer I've been working on is from Milani. The top has been broken off for some time now. I finished it. I did repress it so that it was easier to pick up, but this is all done now. Again, like this, the pan's just kind of stained, but all done. Love that. So for usage, this one, first of all, I've been panning this for over a year because when I first started panning it, it was just to hit pan, and then I brought it back in to finish it. So this has been the bronzer for a very long time, and I really like it. I honestly would probably repurchase it. I have other bronzers, but I like this one. So this one, where are my notes? I'm lost again. Okay, so 106 uses this year. Last time I was at 78. So again, it's the only bronzer I was using. So there's like no shock there. But I am down as far as weight goes. It was 49 grams at the beginning of the year and now it's 47 grams. So I lost 2 grams this year alone, which is great. So this is officially done. We love to see it. And then I have this Hourglass Barney's palette that I rolled in. So there's a highlight and 2 blushes that I'm focusing on in here. You're not going to see visual progress with this one, but this is the highlight. It's this really nice kind of golden color for summer. And the highlight, oh, I didn't mark down my number. Hold on, let me check my phone. I use an app to track all this. It's called Counter. It's so great. You just tap. So, highlight, I have 30 uses, which is great. So that's this one. My goal is to use it 80 times this summer because it's this nice like golden shade. And I think it fits in really well for the summer. Believe it or not, I am starting to get a little color. And then these 2 blushes I'm tracking as well. I want to use each of them 40 times. So this is the more kind of like rose color. And this one I have 13 uses. And then this is more of a coral. And this one has 17 uses so far. So I'm making good progress. Honestly, what I'm probably going to do is just start using this bronzer. I'm not going to bring it into the project pan officially. I'm just going to use it because it's in this palette and I'm already reaching for this palette every day. So that seems convenient. I have a second Hourglass palette with a bronzer in it, but I don't have any single bronzers. Like the only 2 bronzers I have are in palette. So I think I'll just use what's in the palette. And then when I finished one, then I'll probably buy like a standalone individual bronzer. But yeah, this is going great. I love the Hourglass formula. I love those palettes. So I'm gonna be good there. I'm just gonna write in these numbers because I can't believe I missed that. So that's everything as far as the products that I have been already using. I'm gonna be rolling in 4 products today. How exciting. So I posted, I'll put the little like screenshot here on my Instagram to vote how I should pan. My Instagram is private, but if you want to follow me, just send a request. Too many people in my normal life started following me and it made me uncomfortable. So it's private, but you know, whatever, request to join me and I'll admit you. But unless you're someone I know, in which case let's never talk about this. First poll I put up was for a replacement lip product for this YSL lipstick. And I had another YSL lipstick, a mauve color, as well as the Tarte Hibiscus. It's like a lip gloss in a stick listed. You guys had it so close. It was 48% for Tarte and 52% for the YSL Mauve. So I'm just going to bring them both in, okay? Like that's too close to call. I also really like them both. And considering that this lip gloss is almost done, this will be my number one priority. But then I'm already going to have two. And I really like to have two lip products at any given time in my project pans. So what are the goals? So this is the Mauve. It's really pretty. It's got a decent amount left in here. So my goal is not going to be to finish all the way. But I would like, I mean, maybe we'll see. My goal to start is going to be to use it 40 times. That's what I'm going to track. So I'm going to draw this on my sheet and then we can keep track of it. But this is the one, I can swatch it. This is the one that I'm going to start with. It's really pretty. I like it. And then the Tarte Hibiscus, I really like this one for summer too. It's kind of like just really juicy. It reminds me of watermelon. So that's the swatch of that one. So they're both pretty glossy, but this one's really glossy. So I actually think that it's good to bring them both in. This is the type of product that when you click it from the bottom, you can't like wind it back down. So I have no idea how much is left in here. I have used it before. I used it last year. So I'm going to have the same goal to use it 40 times and we'll just see if it keeps going or not within that 40. So I don't really have anything visually to track. We'll just track the number. And then I did weigh it like at the beginning. And like I said, when it rolls out, we'll weigh it again. But I'm going to bring in these two lip products. Then I also had on the screen to vote on was if I should pan my Fenty primer or the Merit foundation stick. Uh-oh, my boss is texting me. Hold on. Okay, all is well. I have a new boss. I recently switched jobs, or like I switched roles at the same company, but it's a new job to me. And I was wearing this one necklace that he really liked, and he was like, I need to buy that for my wife. So he just texted me that he's off this weekend, but he gave it to his wife as like a little gift, and she loves it. So that's cool. Anyway, let's keep going on. The Fenty primer versus the Merit stick foundation. So the primer had 41%, Merit stick foundation was 59%. So I'm going to go with the Merit. I actually have two of these. So I have two shades. This is Sandstone. This is the darker shade. This is the one I'm going to be tracking. And then I also have Chiffon, which is honestly like my true shade. But right now I'm mixing the two so that I'm like out in the sun and then I fade and then I'm out in the sun and all that. So we're going to track the Sandstone one. I've really been impressed with this formula. It blends so easily. I love that I can literally just like draw like a smiley face or whiskers or like whatever on my face. So I'm going to track this one with the goal to use it 40 times this summer. And we'll just see, I mean, I've already been using it, but we'll just kind of see where we get. I need to mark it on my paper. I'm trying to be really careful as I scroll this up, but there's like a good amount in here. So that's what we're working with. I'm not going to finish all of that in 40 uses. I can guarantee it, but I just want to see what kind of dent I can make. So I'm actually going to put this to the side safely and then I can mark it on my paper, but we're going to be working on that. And then the last vote was between a Wet n Wild single shadow in the shade Brulee. Everybody knows I pan those all the time. Or the Vacation Shimmer Oil that I got a little mini of in my advent calendar actually. So I'm actually really happy how this turned out. We're going to go with the Vacation Shimmer Oil. This does have SPF 30 in it and it's good still this year. So I want to finish this season. It is really beautiful. I was really nervous because that's like very yellow. But when you blend it in, it's really not like that bad at all. So like that's 2 drops on my hand. But like when I rub it in and onto my arm, it just gives a nice shimmer. And it's not like I'm yellow now, you know, like the color really dissipates. But my husband and I have been utilizing our lifetime membership and going to the outdoor pool. It feels free because it's included in our membership cost. And so I would love to put some of this like on my chest and my shoulders, like my legs. Honestly, I'll probably put it everywhere. I'll put on regular sunscreen and then this on top, but I would love to get this finished up while it's still good, at least. So I'm happy with how that came out. And this expires May of 27. So that's good to know. If I don't get it quite all the way done, I could still use it a little bit. Wow, the clouds are really going in and out. Sorry about the lighting. So this one is a finish goal. Okay, that is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this update. A lot going on, but great progress. And if you have never done a project pan, I highly suggest you try it at least once. It is so satisfying to pick a product and like really make meaningful usage on it. I obviously am a fan of usage-based goals as well as finishing all the way up, but you really don't realize how long it takes to finish something all the way up until you try. And it like blows your mind. So anyway, if you've never done Project Pan, would love for you to try it. Let me know how your experience is in the comment section. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon in another update video. I also do Project Use It Up, which I just kicked off for the summer season. If you are into panning content, go check that video out. But yeah, that's all I have for you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.